It's like hey, welcome to Wednesday Night Brews with the CPP crew. This is take 5, 6. I lost count. My name's Ben.
I'm Brett.
I'm Dave.
Hey, I think we're live, boys. We
I'm
did it.
Kevin, the part-timer here.
So Kevin, the part-timer. So, yeah. Take 4, 5, 6. This is what happens when you add alcohol. And welcome to the Central PA Pour and our Wednesday 420 episode. No, we were not partaking in the extra activities of weed, hemp, or CBD, or whatever you want to call it. So we're working our way through the Central PA Pour
Hey, Mom.
testing broadcast. So they are seeing us right now. So, hey, welcome here to the Essex Home Brew Works. So
At some point, we needed to take the step to go live and stream.
Give
for
us
some live interaction.
give us a whirl. So, hey, if you see us, let us know. Shoot us a message on Facebook.
What's up, Travis?
Also, somebody else is seeing us. So
Absolutely.
Hey, we figured this shit out. So, Ben, tell us where besides Facebook, after all these attempts, where can they find us?
So the cool thing about what we're using to stream right now is we're live on Facebook, right? But we got a bunch of other platforms. We are at Central PA Pour on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, please. We are at 49. So one of y'all watching this, sub to the channel, please.
Yeah, give
So
us
we
a
can get
sub.
that 50.
We need
we
100. We need 100.
We need 100 too, yeah. So at Central PA Pour, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We actually just went crazy on TikTok. I posted a bunch of TikTok
What?
videos last Friday, I think.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kev, that's right up your alley, man.
I don't know how
TikTok.
that shit works really, but I've been hashtagging a bunch of stuff.
We got a special edition coming up later.
Oh,
boy. So
secret.
check us all out there. So, yeah, give us a like, a subscribe. So Ben's sitting here monitoring our live feed on Facebook. So let us know what you guys think. If you've watched any of our previous episodes, give us a like. Tell us what you thought. We are working our way through this slowly but surely. We are, like we said before, amateurs at this, but we're all about drinking beer. And Kevin, you said you were part-time, and you have missed our last couple episodes.
Yeah.
And I think you were in Germany when we did the DJs episode. So tell us a little bit about what you saw in Germany. How's it different?
Yeah, so the first thing I learned is 500 years ago, they did a beer purity law called a Douches Reinheitsgebot.
Did you just say douche?
I did. It's clean now. It's real clean. Anyways, beer's all done with only water, hops, and barley, and it makes it a little bit difficult to get a different taste out. So, you go to a place, you drink what you like, and you go with it. Craft beers, original beers, it's all good.
So they kind of stick to more traditional styles, unlike America here. That
Right.
they are stepping way outside the box, so to speak, from a traditional style beer. They're really spreading. They're testing the waters, I guess you can say. That's kind of what's drawing us down this path. So,
I think it's like any other place and or country. As time goes along, people are going to start experimenting, and I'm sure there are people there that are,
and I think at DJs, I mean, they got that whole import section they had explained to us, and we know that's Dave's favorite section over there. We're waiting for you to buy that big ass bottle, Dave. I forget what that bottle's name was. Is that going to come to our next beer tasting?
I hope so.
I was going to give you an answer.
Oh,
We might not be walking.
It might be a surprise.
Ooh, we like surprises.
Yeah.
So, hey, Ben, there was some updates there. We talked about the breweries in PA with their contest, and that Poor Man's had won that. Beer Thrillers had one going on. What'd you find out about Beer Thrillers? I think they just wrapped up.
You know what the funny thing is about all these trials? I had this all set up and good to go, and now that we messed around, I don't have it up anymore. So let me pull that up. Beer Thrillers, Von C. Brewing out of Norristown, I believe it was.
I think it is Norristown. So it's a PA beer.
Yeah, PA beer. So they took that one home. Beer Thrillers, no pun intended. They were thrilled with the turnout that they had for their tournament. Their website actually crashed a few times, and shout out to them for putting on a great event, getting all the names of the breweries out there. Shout out to our Facebook stream. We got 12 viewers.
Wow, 12 viewers. Give us a like.
Turnout.
Man.
Give us a like. Give us a share.
Yeah.
So speaking of those tournaments that were put on, breweries in PA, theirs wrapped up a few weeks ago, and Poor Man's Brewing out of Ephrata won that one, and they are having a beer share event to celebrate Poor Man's victory, as well as
that's awesome.
They've been putting on a few beer sharing events over the past few years. So that is going on Sunday, May 15th from 9:30 to 11:30 in the morning. Can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. You got to bring 2 beers to that. You got to sign up and get a ticket, first of all. It is free to attend, but they got to control the attendance. So you got to sign up, get a ticket.
It better be controlling the drinking, too. You're starting in the morning. I know the last time I started in the morning, I don't remember the afternoon. So speaking of drinking, let's get into our first beer tasting here. I mean, we're only doing this is a test run on our live feed. So we're only doing a couple here tonight. So Dave, what do you got for us here tonight?
Okay, well, for our first tasting is from the Aldous Brewing Company in Hanover. And it's Nana Bread from the Rough Drought series, and it's a golden ale.
No, golden ale.
It's a golden ale, and it's a golden ale brewed with bananas. That's why they call it Nana
bread.
Yeah.
It's not coming from a grandma. So
No.
It's Nana bread.
Banana.
So
Banana bread.
Like we had said, this is a taste or test run number 5 or 6. So I've gotten the bottom of the bottle. It's a little cloudier than the rest of yours. It's still pretty good though.
Yeah.
I'm around a 3.5.
I'll go 3.75 myself. It is good though.
It is good.
Definitely get the banana out of there.
Yeah, this has a 6.3 ABV. And,
so it's an enjoyable beer.
Mm-hmm.
Doug in at DJ's recommended this one, so that's why
That
I went in there.
That and a banana split, you can't go wrong.
I did enjoy the s'mores one that we had from this rough drought series. So check us out up in Hanover. I'd like to try and contact them and get them as a guest on here. So if anybody out there that visits Aldous and wants to put in a good word, let us know.
Absolutely.
Hey, Smitty says every time he says drink in the comments, you got to take a sip.
Good shit, I'm out.
Yeah.
Tell Schmitty to shut up. Because he'll like to tell us all the time. Drink.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, I like that. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm at a 3.5 on that. Dave, what are you thinking?
Oh, I'm thinking it's about a 3.6, 3.5, 3.572.1.
I'm going to say you're going to extend that decimal out a little farther.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we had talked about when we did the episode with DJs, we had that beer with Octanus in it, or from Octanus that had that
Phantasm powder.
Phantasm powder, and we all liked it. I mean, you weren't there to enjoy it. I still have one in the fridge, Kev, so I'm keeping that for you. There are some other breweries doing this Phantasm powder out there. So Ben from Fourscore, it's expensive to do with, and you got to use it in the right way. But Weldworks Brewing, New Image Brewing, which I believe is one of the originators in New Zealand that have used this Phantasm powder. Vale Brewing, Other Half Brewing, and Monkish Brewing have all used this Phantasm powder. It's going to be something that's new that's coming. It definitely gives the beer a whole different profile. It's almost like a wine. We got wine because it's used out of grapes.
Mm-hmm.
So look for this Phantasm powder. If you get up to Fourscore, hopefully he's doing some more of that because it was definitely I know you say you're not an IPA guy, but this was definitely worth drinking. Dave even liked it. I think you gave that like a 4 something.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I about
Yeah.
fell off my chair when he did that.
Yeah, he's been skyrocketing with the numbers since I've been gone.
Yeah, and he's not even cutting it to the 10th, to
No.
the 1,000th of the decimals. So
I think that's because we get some better beer in when you're gone. Yeah.
That one was pretty cool though because it, it hit with the hops up front, but then it had that wine finish at the end.
it
Yeah.
did. And what was funny is Sebastian said he had just had wine the night before, and it kind of reminded him of that. So that was pretty cool. We are into sports. We're coming to the end of a couple sporting events. Basketball, which I don't watch.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey, which I don't watch. I'm more the baseball guy. Of course, football is always in the background. What's coming up? They got the draft coming up?
Yeah, draft's next Thursday.
Next Thursday. So they're like 24/7, 365.
Oh yeah, they got news all day, every day, man. They got, I think Apple TV is gonna take Sunday ticket away from DirecTV. So
Wow, that's
they got
news.
news, whether it's media news, whether it's NFL draft, free agency, whatever, man. They got news all the time. Speaking of news, for the first time in 3 years, I believe the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be back at St. Vincent's College for training camp. So that was exciting stuff.
Are the Redskins
yeah,
coming
know
back?
that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Beep.
The Washington football
No,
team? Or
no.
I don't watch football. What the hell are-
Commanders.
Commanders.
The Commanders.
I better watch
Is that
them.
I
like
can't
a-
believe you'd say that word on the air.
Commander.
To me, they are always the Washington Redskins.
I feel you.
Are they going back to Carlisle for their training camp?
I don't have a clue. When is that? Was that before my day or what?
That was before your day.
Okay.
Of course, yesterday was before your day.
Can't hold me to anything history related unless it's involving sports.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just glad baseball's in. That is my sport. I love baseball. I know you're a Mets fan. Kev, what do you like? Mets.
I like any good game. I like
Right.
the Mets, but
Dave, who's your team in baseball? You don't watch baseball.
I watch curling.
Curling?
Olympic curling.
Okay, so
No,
I've actually watched
I
that
watch-
too. It's
I watch-
interesting.
I watch baseball occasionally. I used to watch Pirates a lot, but I haven't watched them for a while.
That's because they don't put no money in their team. They
Sorry to
keep
hear
letting them go. Yeah. But yeah, I love baseball. I'm glad A, it's back on the field. And B, they got back on the field before we needed to get back on the field to celebrate Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a special day. And baseball is the one lagging of the 4 sports of trying to make them their superstars name brands.
Yeah, for sure.
Football has it. Basketball has it. Hockey's still a little. I'd say even hockey's ahead of baseball. I'm sorry to say, but they don't do. Baseball does not do a good job. So I'm glad baseball's back in. But in that, there's some breweries that have put out some beers that are baseball themed. Dave, I think you got a list there of some of the baseball themed beers. So what do you got? What do you have? Some.
I got a couple here that I can. I'll pass on. Illusion. Yeah, Brewing has 1 inning more, and here's another one. Burgers Brewing, and that's the 1890 lager.
I heard that one's really good. I've heard some brewers in PA and people have posted about that 1890 lager.
Yeah, they got 4 scores, the big league brew, and 4 fingers as hi-fi. The high hops, not high five hops. I'm taking 4 fingers with high five, but they have the high hops. And Newtown Brewing, just a bit outside. Who used to say that on?
Just a bit outside. That was Bob Euchre.
Bob Euchre. Yeah,
Bob Euchre.
that was a good.
God, he
That
was
was a
awesome.
good. Yeah, that was a good remark. Yeah, that stayed with him.
Oh yeah, Bob
Yeah.
Euchre. If you even weren't a Brewers fan, you went to the game to listen to Bob Euchre.
Yeah,
And in the movie Major League.
Major, yeah.
yeah, that was the name of the movie. That was pretty cool. Then I got another Sly Fox beer, and they have a beer called Slugger. What do you think?
Slugger.
That'd be interesting to try that one.
Yeah.
And then 10-7 is Big Hoppy and Whiz Kid. So
Big Hoppy is off of a term from Big Poppy, David Ortiz. So they're calling
Nice.
their
Hall
Big
of Famer.
Hall of Famer, he is. He is definitely a Hall of Famer.
Hey, shout out to the comment section again. Travis says he's about to crack open a hazy hemp IPA. Cheers, fellas.
He's enjoying the 420.
Aaron, hey, Aaron Dubs, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Says he loves what's going on here.
Oh, that's awesome. So, hey,
It's a better turnout than I expected. Thank you all for tuning in. I really
after
appreciate
what we
it.
just spent like 20 minutes trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, we were supposed to go live an hour ago, but man, hey, it's worth it.
So, this is a test, like we had said. We're all trying this. This is going to be our first run at it. Don't look for all our episodes to be live. We're eventually maybe. But right now, we'll do here and there. We'll do little short episodes.
Yeah.
We were supposed to record tonight, and I know, Ben, you had posted up about our friends with Liquid Heroes, so we did record with them, and I'm going to come to the forefront and just take a blame. I'm going to lay it out there. So we had recorded with them, all four of us. It was a great recording. On a positive note, the video feed looked really good. However, when I pulled the video feed down, the audio was absolutely horrible. We had some equipment failure that prevented us from doing it. So look for that episode that Ben had posted out a little bit later down the road. So we will get Liquid Heroes re-recording. We're working with them to get them done. I talked to them. They're all for it. So, again, equipment failure. But, hey, do we get any? Where are we at? Yeah, Liquid Hero,
Shout out
Lupulin.
Liquid Hero, Lupulin, New England IPA. Delicious stuff.
That is really good stuff.
Episode 1, I believe.
Yes, it was. It was in episode 1. That was our first recording over at Kevin's house.
Yeah.
So we normally talk about some new breweries, but we got some beer news. We don't really have a new brewery segment this time.
Yeah, nothing much popping off in the new brewery segment lately. I know we had a handful, in some previous episodes, but what I'd like to touch on now is South County Brewing. They had their grand opening last Friday, maybe 2 Fridays ago at this point.
I think it was the 13th, so it would have been last Wednesday.
Oh, really? Last Wednesday. Yep. There we go.
And they were booked up as soon as they opened, I think, through the whole weekend.
Yeah. Great venue. Absolutely, phenomenal pictures. They got all kinds of stuff.
I'm jealous of those who have been there.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to hit there eventually at some point for sure. But they got crazy indoor, outdoor seating, fireplaces, Go ahead.
No, I think it's great. I did drive by it. We were going out there last week to go for something to eat, and I drove up to it. I definitely, if it is going to be, we've talked about it before, it's a destination.
Yeah.
So that is one place that we're going to have to go out as the CPP and just visit. It's a destination. It's beautiful. I've, talked to Sebastian and them that were there for their soft opening for select groups, and they were booked up through the weekend. And I did see some posts about saying that, bear with us. They are making some adjustments, or as Nick and Sean said at our last recording, they're pivoting because they got overwhelmed. So if you do go out and you give them some time, I mean, it's new. Everybody's going to go there for a while. Give it some time. Let them adjust. Don't get too rash with the personnel that's out there. Just enjoy it for what it is. It's a great venue. Ben, what else we got going on? You had mentioned there was another thing that we got an email from or a message. What was that?
Well, yeah. So as you know, I'm the social guy here, and I reaching out to some different pages on Instagram, Facebook, and so on. I spoke with Eric from the Hopped Up Network, and I actually filled out one of their forms today because very, very cool independent network they got going on there. And right on their page, they'll tell you, hey, there's no catch to this. We're here to promote the independent podcasting folks out there, because if you've ever been in an industry where you're trying to share content, unless you already have a name, there's some time to build up that following.
Yeah, we're kind of infamous right now.
Yeah. So thank you for tuning in if you are.
Yes.
But, like I said, I filled out a form to get us on the Hopped Up Network, and waiting to hear back from them. But, they got quite the following. And what's cool about it is there are several other pages that are promoted within this network. So as soon as you're affiliated with them, there's going to be relationships. And as you've seen from our previous episodes, we are not hesitant whatsoever to have a guest on here. And as soon as our guests come on, it's all about them because it's not only a great educational experience for all of us as far as whatever they're bringing to the table, but it's building relationships, it's furthering our network, and it's just a good time all around. So I'm looking forward to whatever comes about with this Hopped Up Network.
Yeah, I think like Ben just said, when we started this thing, our idea was to eventually get some guests on, do the live stream. Like we're kind of, hopefully it's still working, right?
Yeah, we got all kinds of comments coming in. A couple more from Aaron Dubs. Shout out, man. Thank you for tuning in. He says, if you ever have any questions about live streaming or anything, don't hesitate to reach out. He loves seeing this.
Yeah,
Boys
cool.
at Liquid Hero are some good guys for sure. I definitely agree there. Shout out to Jason, Christian, Jordy. What was the other guy's name that we had at the end? Mike?
Mike. So,
Dude, family environment there. Good guys for sure.
It is one of our favorite places. So we're looking forward to that.
My wife says, can I be a guest?
When we had talked about that, when we get
okay.
into the wines and the cideries, that we'll bring the women on. But yeah, look for some of our upcoming guests that we have already booked.
I got a whole list.
Liquid Hero. We got Mudhook that we're going to be bringing on. Mason-Dixon Distillery is actually going to be our next recording. Who else we got? Fat Bat Brewing. You have some that you had looked into.
A part of this whole journey, at first, I was very hesitant to walk in somewhere and say, hey, I got a podcast. We got virtually no following at the time. And, it was just kind of on the nerves, walking into anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like,
who are you?
Exactly. Who are you? What you got to offer us? Because, we can't just, thankfully, everybody that we've talked to has been awesome, has been great, has been absolutely willing to sit down with us and chat. So with all that being said, Brett mentioned some of them. We've reached out to Old Republic Distillery, Lydia and Stone Brewing Company, Franklin County Port Trail, Michaud Brewing Company from our new brewery segment a few weeks ago, Crosswater Distilled Spirits, Big Bottom Brewery, Valley Green Beverage. I could go on and on and on. We got a great list of contacts that we're building here, and we are going to be booked up through the summer, boys.
Yeah, Kev, you were somewhere this past Saturday. Sorry to interrupt you, Ben.
No. Go in.
And I was shocked when you had sent that message out. Who was it you were talking to?
Yeah, I got to go back and look now.
I think it was Mount Gretna.
It was Mount Gretna, but
and they were at a golf outing.
It was.
Oh, there we go. That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Mount Gretna, and we were driving, going to the next hole, and I said, "You open?" And he said, "Well, we're always open for you guys." And then I said, "Have you heard of the CPP?" And well, yeah, and I'm saying to myself, the guy's bullshitting me. And but no, he knew about it, and better yet, his beer was damn good.
And you said they specialize in lagers, so we're definitely going to reach out to Mount Gretna there to get them on the show. So that is one thing I think that's going to make us different. Is we are really concentrating on bringing that kind of content to us.
Just to give them another plug, Mount Gretna is they're doing a Ping Demo Day beer sampling Wednesday the 27th at the Fairview Golf Course.
Okay.
Yeah. So
the comment section is popping off right now.
Oh boy,
I'm cracking up over here.
So
go ahead.
Go right ahead. What are some of the comments?
So Smitty's on his girlfriend's page.
Is he telling us to drink?
He says, Caitlin, no girls allowed, but it's funny because he's on his girlfriend's page.
So that's what it is. Okay.
Shout out Ernie, man, from Indy. He says, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Marshawn Lynch from a few years ago there. Chuck Jennings, he says, I live in Red Lion, but I'm watching you tonight from Florida.
Yeah, I just liked his. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you, Patty, for tuning in. She says, good job, guys. Caitlin, my wife, says they won't let me on because I'm funnier than them.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Sandy Duffin's watching.
Sandy's watching.
Smitty says, drink.
So we're getting there. We are getting there. So we're trying to bring all this great content. And when, like Ben had said, and we are trying to bring guests that are pertinent to this industry. Gem Hops Farms we've reached out to. I don't know if you had mentioned them.
I did not mention them, but no, the good old boys at Gem Hops Farm, Carlisle, some veterans there as well. Thank you for your service.
The other one is that we're going to be looking forward to towards midsummer is Winding Path.
Yeah.
because we're going to lean towards the female side of it. And that's kind of why I chased down Fat Bat. That's a female brewery. So that's coming up. We have a great lineup the rest of this summer. So look for all those podcast recordings. They're not going to all be live. We might do some of this live stuff, just the four of us. We don't know. We don't know where this is going to go.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the cool part about it.
We talked about this in our initial episodes, especially, what's our goal for this? To make it grow. Have fun. Meet some great people. And I'm going to say it. We're going to become part of the craft beer community. I don't give a shit. I'm saying it. We are bringing it up. So we are making this. Look for there's festivals out. I'm not sure if we're going to get to them all. It'd be great if we could visit everything. But we all got personal lives. We got stuff we like to do. But we do have this. Like I said, this was a test of our 420 special edition episode. We got one more beer that we're gonna. Dave, you got any last comments?
No. This has been interesting. It's kind of interesting watching all the feeds and stuff. But yes, it is kind of cool.
Dave's eyes were big, wide, and bright, saying, "I thought this was just a test," and I told him we lied.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it is. It's actually a test of our Central PA Poor broadcasting system to go live. So,
yeah, you won't have the witnesses to watch. Once this is over, then I'll deal with you.
I'm still recording.
Yeah. Oh man.
Kevin, any last minute words?
No, it's good to be back, and I just can't wait to see what the future is going to bring us. This is a good time.
Yeah, this is always great. Ben, anything last?
Oh yeah. The comment section's still going crazy. We got
blow it up,
15
people.
viewers. Travis says drink.
We're getting
Shout out Devin Glaze. Thanks for tuning in, man. Ernie, my boy from Indianapolis, says if you go on a mobile tour, I can help you with hotels. Dude's in the hospitality industry.
Hospitality.
So he says I got a bunch of local breweries in India that you can show and give a good recap of.
We might have to do that and hook him up, with the CPP.
I got one more shout out too.
No, you go right ahead, man.
So
this has been great.
So we've been back and forth with a Bangin' Beers podcast.
Yeah, and
I was mentioned Tony from the Bangin' Beers. He sent a comment over on the way on my way here this afternoon, and he said I'd love to tune in and join you guys if possible. Unfortunately, our tech setup ain't there yet. But I'd like to give a shout out to Bangin' Beers because they have an entire podcast network, IWEP network.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I'm a huge wrestling fan as well.
So am I.
They got a Tornado Tag podcast that I was tuning into a week or two ago, and they were chatting with me on their live stream. So, hey, it's a great thing to have a network. They were at Rusty Rail.
Yeah,
last week they brewed their millionth can of Fog Monster.
Oh wow, Rusty Rail's a pretty cool place, and I think that's where this Brewers in PA homebrew is going to wind up in October. That's where that homebrew competition.
I thought it was New Trail.
No,
Rusty Rail.
It's Rusty Rail.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that before.
I said New Trail, but I was wrong.
Okay, I got you.
It wouldn't be the first, and it's not going to be the last that I'm wrong. So yeah, hey. Everybody out there listening to us live, we really appreciate it. Get a beer because we're ready to kind of end our test run of our live feed.
My running buddy's on here. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Chris Milhines.
So it's been fun. It took us, like Ben said, it took us about 5 tries. Oh shit, what did I say before we started? Because we just ran through this. Now I got to think of it again.
Our beer was gone.
The beer's getting warm. So we got our, oh boy, you're laughing. We got our cheers beer.
So here we go. So we got our cheers beers from Evergreen Brewing in Mechanicsburg. Mel Bach. It's a 7% ABV. I don't even know how to say that. Harbinger of Spring. This is a strong lager that was brewed with 100% German malts. There we go. And stored cold for an extended period. This is Emmerich sweet. Get notes, toasted whole wheat bread, raw honey, and springtime tricker. I don't know how to say that word.
I don't know where you're reading this from.
No, it's on the notes.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd read your outline.
No, we're winging it.
So anyways,
don't cut it yet. We got more comments to read.
We're not cutting it yet.
Oh,
but
good.
So grab a beer. This is from Evergreen. Follow us on Untapped. Give us a like on Untapped. Follow us. We like to build that one network as well. So we're all on Untapped. Look on our social feeds. Dave, I know we kind of threw you into this test run of our live feed. Ben, you said you had some more comments coming out. So what do you got? Do we got anything funny that's worth reading?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Drew says Brett's a lightweight.
Have another one, Brett.
Have another one, says Mom.
Tell Drew to shut up. He ain't coming to my 4th of July party. He
Oh,
keeps those comments.
So. You don't have to tell me to tell him. He can hear you.
Yeah, so Drew, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
Spicy.
All right. Anybody else? You got any other comments? Everybody out there on Facebook, grab a beer.
The same old people. Thank you for. My wife says I didn't text her back. Travis says, "What a thing to say, Kat."
I know it. Grab a beer. Let's raise our glass with the CPP, and let's all be bonded by beer. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for tuning in.